My security strategy, right? It's Linux, Seccomp, and SE Linux, right? And the top layer application doesn't really matter for that part, right? So it can generally be anything, but as long as on the operating system layer and the infrastructure layer, we got SC Linux, we got Seccomp, and we probably got some IP tables running. And I think that with that, good things are going. For the most part, and I feel that that's relatively secure. I do have my preferred languages if I'm undertaking a particular. But the thing is, some of the languages are so arcane and obscure that like I'm not really, like, and that's the thing as well. If I'm sourcing good developers, is difficult as it is. So even if you have ideas and implementations and stuff like that, it becomes a major problem. But maybe if you're a good enough developer who's able to utilize coding to extend the speed at which you develop, but still keep in line what's required in order to develop robust and architect clean and consistent code, you can maybe make it. But again, that's even like I don't know how to use AI for these things here. Like, the editors I use are completely arcane in their own nature. Like what I prefer as an editor, it's completely different to what most people are used to, so that makes it a bit more difficult. And also, how good am I at this editors is also another thing that I need to take into consideration. But I definitely like, the command line based editors such as Emacs or Vim, because those keyboard shortcuts make coding fun, right? They make developing fun. But again, so these editors don't really have support for most of the common, AI vibe coding methodologies. But anyway, Seccomp, SE Linux, and IP tables, they're pretty with that pretty robust. But managing that is also a complication in itself. But I think that ultimately is pretty neat. And then for a base, you can start off with maybe. Well, for me personally, I know what I prefer. I prefer Ansible for configuration management because that's a good basis. And then after that, extend to something like like Kubernetes or something like that. But that's my basis and thought anyway.